Right guys, Monday morning. Not a short week this time. Most of our videos are four-day weeks, but we're managing to get a full week in, hopefully, this week. So I've been away, obviously, last 2 weeks, I think it was. And then
feels like an eternity.
And then I've been away a few weeks before that with my other work.
He's getting his cross-dressing conventions in before winter comes. It's too cold wearing a dress.
Yeah, I don't get on with woolly socks. So. So yeah, you might realise that this is new in the workshop. It's not, you've not seen it before in any of the background or anything like that. So this is a one-owner car from new, stored since '97.
Yep.
Probably as original as you'd get, I would say.
Absolutely, still on its original Dunlop D40 tyres.
So it's not going to run on them, is it? But
no,
they're a nice thing to have.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have a quick look around this. It's not something that we're going to spend a lot of time on showing you around it right now, because we're going to do separate videos for this. We think it warrants its own video.
Yeah, we'll carry on doing our weekly reports, as we said, but this car, I think it's going to gain that much interest as these cars do, with it being a genuine barn find. This car, they all say it, don't they? But this car was pulled out of his best mate's farmer's barn, where it's been since '97. We'll put some pictures up for you so you can see.
Covered in dust.
Yeah, we washed it off, and we've made a mistake really, haven't we? Because we've decided to take this car with us to the NEC next week, so people can see it in its raw state before we start it, really. And we should have left it all mucky, but we've done what we've done. So yeah, we'll just show you quickly this, but we'll do completely separate videos just on this car's progress, simply because I think people like to see one, don't they, dragged out of a barn.
Yeah, as original as this, it's still got 80s telephone in it, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. It's awesome, isn't it? Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have a quick look over this, and then Paul will tell you what he's been up to the last couple of weeks. Which
isn't a lot.
That was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah. As long as you don't mind the cross-dressing, man. People know it's a joke. Yeah. People even say it to you now, don't they?
Yeah.
Right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Right, so we'll quickly show you this car. As I say, we dropped a what's it by washing it, really, but you can see like all the paint's gone dull, but it'll polish up. You know, that's the thing. It's gone dull. There's a little bit of crazing on that rear spoiler, which they're common for doing when they're stood. But we're not going to do any paint work on this car at all. We're going to try and keep it as absolutely original as possible.
Original dealer plate.
Yeah, original. Even the keys have got the original dealer keyring on. There's a dent in tailgate there. Looks like somebody's pushed on it. But we'll get Steve, I Do Dents, who was local to us, who's an absolute magician with these dents. He'll get that out for us. We're going to get it machined, properly detailed. So there's a point. If you're a detailer out there and you want to be involved in this project and you're local,
and the price is right,
free of charge. Now, if you're interested in doing this car for us, get in touch, reach out to us if you want to be involved in this. So this is a good project for you. There's like a little parking ding there. There's one in door at the other side, but that's about it.
Bit on front wing somewhere, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was just a crease somewhere on front. There, yeah. So we'll get that out. As I say, detail it. We've steam cleaned it under bonnet, but again, we'll put you a picture up of before we steam cleaned it. And again, we'll just detail this. We won't talk too much about it because we're sort of giving the game away what we're going to do.
And if anyone can notice what's different about this, put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Something with that front end that's not normal for a 500.
Yeah, apart from the broken indicator. But yeah, we will touch on quickly. Original Dunlop D40 tyres, original wheels, never been refurbished. But we're obviously going to get them refurbished, put new tyres on. The caps and keys are all in the boot there with it. Interior, absolutely as they come original, just mucky, cracked dash as you'd expect, but we're not going to fix the dash. And look at that 80s phone. I've tried ringing Steve 3 times on it, but he's not answering. So there we go. We won't talk about this much further, otherwise we'll spoil it, I think. So what have I been up to? This car, we sold this car earlier this year, but the customer bought it and wanted us to do some work on it. So we've put brand new suspension on the car because it had like rusty conies on. So we put Bilsteins on, but before we fitted them, we painted them all black to make them look OE. New shocks, new springs, serviced it, timing belt, tensioner, the usual, just go through it really. Same on the back, brand new shockers and springs, again, all painted black so they look away. New bolts in, because beats us what we find. When I took these shockers off the back, they'd use the wrong size bolt. They'd use an M10 or an M8 bolt. And you could move shocker about on bolt, so we'll put the correct bolts in it. So this really now is, I've got wheels to put back on it, put the water in it, run it up, make sure temperature, everything's fine, get it MOT'd, and hopefully this will get picked up before we go to NEC. An update on the Moonstone one that seems to have grown feet since it's been here. The brand new cylinder head we ordered for it, that's now done. It's back on the engine. I'm going to pick the engine up tonight from Blues, Paul Bulmer they call him. So we're going to do that after the NEC, because what we're going to show you now, what we've been up to, is our main priority this week.
Hang on. We're missing one.
Oh yeah.
This is the on-off project that's now on.
Yeah, on off. Yeah, it's up and down more times than the horse knickers this.
Again, we can't tell you too much on that one.
No, hopefully by the end of this week we'll be able to tell you exactly what's going on with this car. It's getting built no matter what, but it's been a bit of a juggle, so that's now stripped. We're having the glass all cut out of this on Wednesday by Jorvik Windscreens. They're coming to cut the glass out for us. The glass out of this car is going to go in my Duckham's car, because that's got Perspex side windows and back window. It's got a glass screen, so that's going to go in there. The promotion car, me and Steve have put all the engine gearbox and everything back in that. I've started putting the body kit and that back on, but we haven't got time for that at the moment. Yellow Dunlop car, that came back last week. I went and picked this up from London. I'm pleased to say that sold on Sunday. So that's going to a new owner on Wednesday. So hopefully we'll see that out and about racing. So that's a good one. This car, Gary has been trying to get it booked in with us for months, but we've been that busy. Gary's bought this car. It's a car that I know very well. I restored this car about 8 years ago, and I think it still looks pretty good to say it was done 8 years ago. It went over to Ireland after I'd restored it. And anyway, Gary's bought it earlier this year and just wants us to go through it, make sure everything's okay, belt and tensioner as everybody wants, a service.
Is this one going to get a new pressure reg?
Yeah, everything, every car we do now gets a fuel pressure regulator on it. So that's going to get that done. New springs on front because it's sat too low. It's sat really low up front, this car. So we'll put a new set of springs on it for him. And then that's it. But stunning, stunning. That was that'll only be a two-owner car from new, because the guy I restored it for, he'd had it from brand new. Then it went to the guy in Ireland, now Gary, so two previous owner car. My old black 500, the engine will be back for this next week.
Slight change on that, won't they? Because it's now become apparent you can get 97 octane for it.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So we were originally going to go for about 400, 450 horsepower with this car. But it's now come to light you can get 97 RON fuel. So I spoke to Harvey and Jim, who are mapping the engine for this, car as we speak. They're now going to get probably 520 to 540 horsepower out of it. Safe. We told them don't chase figures. Harvey's in complete agreement because it's a road car. And now see what power it'll achieve, back it off maybe 10, 15 horsepower to keep it safe. So again, when we come back from NEC, I think we'll be on this then, won't we? We'll get the engine and everything back on that.
one on the ramp. We're gathering bits up for that still.
We're still on with that. The other side with this one is he's asked us to do a bit of work underneath on it, but what we've said, we'll get the engine in, we'll get it running, we'll get everything happy with it, then we'll take a few bits off, powder coat the rear arms and that for him to tidy that up. And then finally, this is our biggest project.
Onto the main event.
The main one. We have to get this car as complete as we can for the NEC, which is, well, we basically got to Wednesday next week, so we've got a week and a half to get this as complete as we can. All the glass will be in it. We would have liked the engine in it, but that's at Harvey's, getting stripped and checked, the brand new Eggenberger engine. But we're going to just update that a little bit. That's going to go on a modern management. So we don't think that'll be ready in time, which is a shame, but that, you know, we don't want to rush it. So we're going to get it as complete as we can. Me and Steve have started putting this rear beam together already this morning. So we've had the original Eggenberger beam powder coated satin black. We've got all brand new bolts here for it that we've ordered. All proper high tensile bolts. So we're going to put that in today, aren't we?
Yeah, we've put loom in last week, didn't we?
Yeah, loom's in.
This is one of Paul's looms that he has made. All rear chem looms, all labelled, all nice Amphenol connectors. And these will fit left and right hand drive cars, won't they?
They do, mate, yeah. And we've got that in now, all the dash is in. I've cut all the dash, made it fit nice. So the loom's all in place,
so if Paul pulls that,
clipped in.
That sheet back, we can see that's all clipped in nicely. And there's all measured out, everyone measured out.
Because we're like that, aren't we? We've got OCD.
Yeah. Blanket's just in there, he's not sleeping in there, that's just there. So we don't
I did have a nap the other day, but you said you weren't going to mention that. I'm ordering gauges tomorrow from Jason at Demon Tweaks.
Again, that's all your dash panels?
Yeah, they are, yeah. The ones we have fabricated, the whole kit. So everything's in, all the trip switches are in.
A lot of people are probably saying, why don't you use PDU, is it? Which is what the new cars use, but because this is a period car, it needs to look a period inside.
Well, we want it that way, don't we?
Yeah, so they're obviously basically circuit breakers, RCBs.
ABCs.
That's the one.
Or DEFs.
Instead of having fuses and stuff like that,
exactly.
You just push, if you get overloads the circuit, that'll pop and then you just push it straight back in again.
Push them back in.
Oh, well, hopefully, as long as you ain't got short square or something, away you go.
Well, I like them because I spoke to the guys who did the loom for me and they completely agree. It is not uncommon for some reason, sometimes a fuse will blow and you can put a fuse back in it and it's absolutely fine. The brilliant thing with them is it'll trip that off, you can click it back on and probably finish a race and there's been nothing wrong with it. Or worst case scenario, if your fuel pump one goes, you could even cheat and hold it in with your finger just to get you back to pits and then find your problem. So yeah, so the loom's in. We're going to get the steering column and that in.
Dashboard. So that's not the dashboard that was in for the NEC last year. This is another uncracked dashboard that's gone in.
Well, yeah. It's as good as we could find, wasn't it? That's the thing. Yeah. It's got a tiny little one there, but we can live with that.
So Paul's obviously cut that for around the dash. Where's the extra bits that are going to go in?
There. So what we've done, we're giving our secrets away, aren't we? We cut it like that to slide it in because we don't want to scratch the paint. So I use some old rivet that have broken off, push them in, and then just slot them into there. And then what we're going to do is put a bit of grey adhesive sealer in there, smooth it over with finger, and that'll look like it's never been cut.
What else? We've got heater box. We've got the bits ready for modifying that.
Yeah.
We'll hopefully show you that by the end of the week.
We'll get all the headlights and everything, the grille, the bumpers on. I put the body kit on. Honestly, body kit's the worst thing in the world to fit. They were all stuck. They were all perfect. I was over at home with them. We've come out this morning and they've decided they don't want to stick anymore.
That's just trim tape, isn't it? That's
I like them. In summertime when it's warm, you can normally stick these on and they're all right, but for some reason these don't want to stick. So I'll just put a small amount of bonding agent behind there, clamp them on. So the tape will stick. Usually, if you can get them to stick, eventually they do stick like what's it to a blanket. But we'll put a little bit of bonding on to hold them in place. That's it, innit?
Bonnet's on. I don't think anyone's seen that, has it? The vents in. So that's the bonnet that they'll have seen in the earlier videos of you making. So that's made with the vents now bolted in.
Sexy, that,
You haven't done a bad job of that, have you, to be fair?
Not bad for an idiot.
Where else are we? What else?
Fuel fillers are in.
Fuel fillers, yeah.
Yeah, we've got them in.
This is on to protect the paintwork. But there we go, fuel fillers are on and in.
They look great, don't they?
The next ones are going to be your own fuel fillers, won't they?
Yeah, they'll have PLR engraved in there, seeing as they don't want to supply us with them. We've tried our hardest to buy stuff off people, but they just keep letting us down. So, like we've always said, if people don't want to supply us, we'll just make it ourselves. So, we're giving up waiting for people anymore.
So that's pretty much where we're up to since our last video, I think.
It is. So, we better put camera down and get that in there.
Go on, tell us what you're doing.
Adjusting the bumper. This is basically how you adjust the height. So you adjust it obviously in and out on the bolt going through the floor, and if you undo these two, there's only one at that side for some reason. It's a slotted bracket, so you can move the bumper up and down. So what I'm getting is a nice gap under the head, under the back lights. You should be able to see maybe sort of 3 or 4 mil of the back panel under the headlight before the bumper. And I know it's a bit anal that, but if you're going to do a job, do it right. Look at that, how perfect is that lined up with that hole. And not just a totally gorgeous face.
So it's middle of the week. You'll have seen us so far, well, last video you've seen, we just had the loom in, more or less. So we've spent the last 3 days, more or less, getting as much done as we can. Obviously this is going to NEC when we will be packing trailer up next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
So we've got 3 or 4 more days left on it. So we may as well start at the front. Paul's obviously put the headlights in. That was today, I think. We've got intercoolers in, airbox. Basically all we're doing is all the parts are in the container, one of the green containers outside. It's just a case of going in, picking something off the shelf, bringing it back, cleaning it, making sure it's not damaged, and then fitting it. So we've had the glass fitted, so that's all new, brand new, in the Ford packaging. If Paul grabs the brand new Ford glass in a race car.
These boxes are probably people who pay money for, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see they're all written in Swedish. Means nothing to us.
Yeah, so that we've had all new glass fitted, got that done today. I've been on with the brake pipes. What have you been on with?
You mean, what have I been on with? I fitted them headlights. And, yeah, not a lot of... my other cars... God,
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, I had to put... We've had the glass fitted in my Duckham's car, because it had Perspex glass, Perspex windows in it. When he went to Italy, they converted it into like an hill climb car. And obviously I have to run glass in it, so we've had the 2 rear pieces of glass and the rear screen put black into glass. We've got the door glass to do, but I'll do that myself at a later time. But while the guys were here fitting the glass to this, it seems stupid not to do that at the same time. So if you grab camera, we can show them your little handiwork, can't we?
Right.
That you're really proud about and whinged about all day. Made a big deal out of it, he did. Anyone think he just built the Taj Mahal or something? Put some brake pipes in.
I did that yesterday.
Did you? Oh, that's all right then. So there we are. He's dying to show you these brake pipes. I don't think his ends are real. Hey up. They aren't bolted in yet.
They were bolted in, but we've had pedal box out, haven't we? So
yeah, because we're painting pedal box. So that's that brake pipes Steve's made up and done them. And then look at these inside. Come to this side, Steve, so they get full effect. Now, obviously, normally, if we're building a car, we would run braided fuel lines and brake lines in the car. But because the Eggenberger cars originally, like my Bastos car's got all copper piping, we've copied it exactly. Even Steve's copied the way it's bent like that, exactly the same as my car. We just want it right, don't we?
Yeah.
And just to show people, all these mouldings here, all these trims, these are brand new, out of the bag, genuine Ford mouldings.
They'd be absolutely perfect for a concourse build then, wouldn't they?
Yeah, unlucky they've gone on a race car. And even these are quite cool, because we make these, we make these in, well, Phil Allenby makes them for us, in aluminium, and he puts a threaded insert in the back and welds them on. But on these, in the boxes with all the brand new bits, with these are obviously offer a base model 1.6L back in when you could buy them brand new. So what Rudy had done is ordered a left-hand drive blank and a right-hand drive blank. So we had blanks for both sides. And then the mirrors, which are on order from Demon Twigs, the DTM mirrors screw into them rather than into the alley. But again, all brand new, genuine Ford. You can't beat it. As we said, new glass. Tailgate glasses in, so tomorrow...
Beams in. They'll have seen the beam going in because we time-lapsed that one.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
So that's rear beaming. We're just waiting on... Not waiting out for the back out, it's just the front out. We're waiting on the inserts.
Waiting for inserts coming. Back bumper's on. So we built that back up because we had that painted, because this top piece comes off. Not a lot of people know it's clipped on, so we take it off to have the bumpers painted. Otherwise, you get an edge there. And what happens with that vibrates and it rubs the paint off. So because we don't like bodging, so we've got the back bumper on, the back lights are in.
Rest of the gauges turned up today.
Yeah, yeah, you just put them in. They look sexy, don't they?
Yep. So that's rest of the gauges fitted. That blank there, where ECU would normally fit, it's not the best colour, so we might have a better one somewhere, but we need a left-hand drive one, don't we?
If anybody's got one, because that's the only left-hand drive one I'd got, so if anybody's got a light grey left-hand drive dash pad, we'd rather put a better one in. Do you know how come you work all day and it looks like you're done now, doesn't it? Because we're doing them detail jobs, that's the thing, it takes time, like making them brake pipes, as you can imagine. Steve's been messing about doing them. Oh, we've done heater blower.
Yeah.
So that's been done.
Well, then explain why we do it.
Well, people look and think, oh, you know, it doesn't take that long, but you have to, basically, you have to make them so that if there's a fire under the bonnet, the fire can't get inside the car. So all the air intakes, you only need one now. So the air intake has to pull air in from outside under the bonnet in case of a fire. So we bought them. That goes on to there, and that goes up. Well, you'll see it on Bastos car. Well, that's
obviously on a road car. You've got that steel plate panel, haven't you? That bolts in there.
Yeah. That
comes up here, which sections off the engine bay.
Exactly.
Whereas on a race car, you don't have it. So if you had a fuel leak, it'd suck it straight through the heater. So
you can see it on Bastos car there. The flexi pipe just goes up to the scuttle panel, so it can draw air in from outside the car, and the other side's blanked off. And that aluminium plate that we've made for the box again is to stop any flames or anything getting inside that heater block and then blowing it inside the car. So, you know, even a small job like that can take you 3 or 4 hours at least to make all them plates up, make these up, fit them, make sure that it all works.
Once we get them laser cut, that'll make it a lot easier.
Yeah, we're going to get them laser cut, aren't we?
So that's going to be available for other people?
Got cross membrane, haven't we? Steering rack on, front anti-roll bars on. Yeah, that's it, innit? And then,
yeah, we're waiting on breather tank there on order.
Yeah, we managed to, we found, off the Bastos car, we found the part number off it, and we managed to ring a BMW dealers in York, and the obligatory phone ringing. They managed to track us one down in Germany. Well, they've tracked 15 down, so we have to pay for them whether they're right or not. So we've taken a punt, we've ordered one, which is the same as the Bastos car. And then if they're right, when they come, we're going to order the rest of them. I'll buy all of them. Then we've got them just to keep it. I know it sounds stupid, but we just want everything perfectly matched. Quickly show them the Duckham's car. So yeah, this now got glass in it. Look at that. New back screen is glass, new side windows are glass. I'm going to change them foot drop glass in. I had to take the rear spoiler off to get the glass in and out, which, shall we tell them what it was held on with? Wood screws.
Your old decking screws, wasn't it?
Yeah, wood screws.
I've noticed front wings, front wheel arches are on the same.
Are they really?
There was, yeah. There you go, look.
Multi-purpose equipment there. So that's it, isn't it? Is that oh no, we finished the white 500.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
That's done, so that's going for MOT tomorrow. Everything's done on that, so that hopefully will go up weekend, if not early next week, because we're away next weekend at NEC. So that's it, innit? That'll do till Friday. Then we'll update where we are Friday.
Right, Friday afternoon. We've had a pretty productive week, really, haven't we?
Yeah, it's one of them. We're doing these jobs now that seem to take forever, and you get to end it day and you think, is that all we've done? But it takes all day, doesn't it? Like making brake pipes up is 3 or 4 hours in it to make a brake pipe up, and
everything you come to, you've got to make a bracket to make the part fit, or you've got to adjust it, or it's not a I'll just bolt that on. Everything's
and because we're a bit anal, aren't we?
One of us is.
Yeah, all right. Then
slightly more than the other.
I'm a bit anal then, yeah. I am fussy.
But no, I think we've had a reasonable week.
Yeah,
we're starting to get more and more bits put onto the car, which obviously always makes a big change when you start getting some colour against the black.
It's transformed, hasn't it, from beginning of the week?
Yeah.
And to be fair, it would have been a lot further on, but we ordered some parts and they sent them to wrong address, didn't they?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So we haven't been able to put all front suspension back in yet. It's all built up there on bench, ready just for these spring helper springs we're waiting for.
Yeah, that's some top bearing mounts.
Top bearing mounts. And then we can put all front suspension in. So we've got till Wednesday, haven't we, next week?
Yeah, I mean, we've got bottom arms are in.
Well, we'll get camera, won't we, and walk around it. I think that's best.
Yeah, anti-roll bars are on.
We'll show people what we've done.
There's not a lot left for it to be rolling.
No, there ain't, no. If we'd have had them top arts and bearings, it'd have been rolling today, wouldn't it?
But no, once the windows went in, then it started to look proper, didn't it? The shape of the car and stuff. So we'll get camera.
Get camera and we'll show you around. Should we start with under bonnet? You'll have to ignore this grill, because I've stolen this grill off a customer's car because I forgot to send grill to a paint shop when we had car painted. So we've had to nick a bumper off one of mine upstairs. So we've nicked that because bumper for this is up there, not painted. So ignore the bumper and grille. Well, we'll show you where we've got to. So again, it doesn't look much, but all brake pipes are under bonnet are done. All pedal boxes in, bottles are bolted in. Header tank, original proper one, the genuine Eggenberger ones, all been cleaned and fitted. Airbox cleaned and fitted.
So we don't think that's ever been used, that, do we? It's just discoloured because of the age of the plastic.
Yeah, because it's mint and it's not a mark on it, but that came with all the bits, so we'll put that in.
There, it's never had out through it by the look of it. But.
It's genuine cable that came with all the bits, so we've got the genuine. It sounds stupid, but the quality of these compared to stuff you can buy is just night and day. So we've got that in. We built all the doors up. I think we mentioned it earlier, didn't we, about all the new seals and everything we put in. The biggest thing is the glass. Yeah. Have we mentioned that already? I
think we've mentioned, yeah, well, they've seen glass going in.
Yeah, we've seen glass.
Spoilers are on.
Put the rear spoilers on, look at them. Genuine rear spoiler. Absolutely straight as a die, the best spoiler we had. We did have a brand spanking new one in a Ford bag, and we said to owner at car, do you want to put the brand new one on, or do you want me to supply you with the second-hand one? And I honestly expected him to say, put the brand new one on, but he saw a bit of common sense and said, no, if you've got a mint second-hand one, put that on. So they're on.
Tailgate weighs about 12 tonne.
Yeah, it does. Well, yeah, but we'll put some mint rams on it now, and it stays up. So we're happy with that. What else have we done? Brake pipes all inside are finished. Alt gauges are in. We're wiring them up now, aren't we? We're wiring alt gauges up.
Steering wheel's obviously on. Steering wheel and boss. That's one that will fit to every car, same steering wheel.
Yeah, steering columns in, pedal boxes in, throttle pedals in. I've just got to trim that because they need trimming. There's
the floor plate. That's fitted. So you'll have seen us probably 6 months ago making this plate here. That's in one of our other videos. So steering wheel's in. I've started on the wiring for all the gauges. So there's a few fuses and bits and pieces to throw in there. I've done most of the battery cables. We were short of a few crimps, weren't we?
Yeah.
I've got a few crimps to get, and then I can finish all that off. Turn it off.
And I'll send it up so you can see all. Got ordered a brand new steering rack. We're waiting for that coming. We're hoping that'll be here Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, you've got your badge on the front, look.
Yeah. Thanks very much for that, by the way. Carl Edwards, he makes the build plaques for me. Does them for every car we do, so thanks very much to Carl for doing that for us. He never charges me. I try paying him every time, and he's always just happy to have his little piece of thing on the car, so thanks to Carl for that. There we are. All this is in.
I got them on. Was it yesterday I bought all that up?
Yeah, yesterday. So they're all on. Done, all the drop links are in. Everything's in. We were waiting for the cross member to come, weren't we? Because we needed to seam weld the cross member. So we had this one that were brand new Ford one that we put in temporarily. We sent the back beam, 2 back beams to a guy who does the blasting and powder coating for us. Told him to blast the rear beams, didn't we, and paint them.
Yeah.
Powder coat them satin black, did them. Told him to blast the front cross member so we could seam weld it all, and then he brought it back powder coated black.
He looked pretty proud of himself and all.
He was absolutely over the moon, wasn't he? Yeah. Absolutely chuffed to bits until we said, you weren't supposed to powder coat that, you're supposed to just blast it. And he went, so he's taken that away. It's just come back today. So we've got that down there all blasted. So we can seam weld that and then give it back to him to powder coat again.
So that'll be for me to seam weld that, I guess.
I might even do that.
You're going to do that, are you?
Well, I have to do something, don't I? There's all front uprights waiting to go in. We're just waiting for...
Top hats we had to machine. So these were under SAR, so we've machined them out to fit.
So they're ready to go in once the bits arrive. All back ends in, haven't we? Have we shown back end?
Well, there's not wrong with having another look, is there?
No, you can't beat having another look. So we've got all brake flexi.
So we put them through there so that we can basically come straight down onto the beam. So what we're thinking on the next one is just put some little brackets on that we can P-clip the flexes direct to the beam.
Yeah, we're going to write a load of stuff down, aren't we, that we can do to shells to make them just a little bit more trick. So there we are, back bumper is all on. We're getting there now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Just a shame engine went back, wasn't it? Because engine's away at RB Gibbs getting new cams in it, new honed out and new piston rings, because it's obviously a genuine brand new Eggenberger engine, but it's been stood for 35 years. So RB's just stripping it and inspecting it for us. Oh, look at these. We haven't mentioned these, have we? And I got real excited about these, didn't I?
These are the bits that...
Them little towers there, look, because obviously that's fabricated in with a steel insert put in it. And normally you have a big bush in there and the bush sits against this plate. Well, these are come out of the Eggenberger stores part. Aren't they sexy?
That's just dust, by the way. It's not badly painted.
Just dust when we clean it all off. Yeah. And we've got the bolts through into the roll cage up through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, innit? That's it for, well, tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow because I work, you know, I'm not like Steve. I don't expect time off. Very unreasonable of him. So I'm going to be working on it tomorrow, building the bumper up, putting the splitter on, the grills and everything in it. And tomorrow, the car's going to see probably the biggest transformation because tomorrow we have the stickers fitted. So we're looking forward to seeing it.
Maybe a time lapse or some of that.
Yeah, we'll do that. So I think tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see a huge transformation with bumpers built up, splitters on, alt stickers are on. And then next week, put the wheels on, once suspension's on. And we're about there, aren't we? Oh, heat shield to make for under bonnet. Mirrors to put on. We're waiting for mirrors again, aren't we? We're waiting for them. Interior mirror can go on. We've got brand new one in Ford boxes to go on. Is that all we've done this week? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Finished the white 500, took that for MOT. That passed its MOT.
That's getting picked up soon.
That can get collected next week, another one gone. But our aim this week was just to get this ready, wasn't it, for NEC?
Yeah.
So that's it. There we are.
So that's end of week again.
Yep.
We've still got, well, we're not going to put a seat, we're going to put your seat in it, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just going to take my seat and my framework, because the framework on the Eggenberger car is all bolts in. So we're going to put my seat and frame in for NEC, because obviously the seats are dated, so we don't want to buy a seat yet. We'll wait till next year before it goes racing, a month before it goes racing.
Yeah, seat harness, fire extinguisher, that type of stuff.
They'll all go in, because we thought about putting out fire extinguisher in, didn't we? And then thought, well, there's no point, because it'll be, you know, out of date by the time we use it. So, yeah, next week will be all fuel lines, all braided brake lines. See how far we get. So
next time they see it, it'll be in black and red.
It will. And if you want to see it again, we're at the NEC next weekend at the Classic Car Show. So if you want to see this car, plus other cars we've got on the stand, we've got the one owner black 500 that's here for a recommission. We've got another genuine RS500 hill climb stroke touring car of Ali Macmillan's. And we've got one of the most beautiful white standard RS500s you'll ever see. Real low mileage car. So come and see us at NEC and say hello. And we might even get Steve to wear his dress.
I doubt it. It's hit laundrette. So it's an extended week. Saturday night. Don't normally do Saturdays, do we?
You don't. Lazy.
I've come in anyway just to have a look. So the sticker fellas, was it Vinyl Works?
Vinyl Works, yeah.
They've come in on Saturday to start putting the stickers on the car, ready for us to take it to NEC next week.
Well, he cocked it up, so he's had to go and make some more.
So I was expecting. What time is it now? 5 o'clock. I was expecting it more or less finished.
So was I want to go in for my tea.
But he's had to go and resize some of the stickers and stuff.
Yeah, so it's difficult, isn't it, to be fair. And to be fair, I sent him a load of photographs of obviously Texaco cars in period, and I can't find 2 photographs the same. You know, over the time, the stickers have changed, so there's bigger on one picture than they are on another, and blah blah. And if I'm being honest, I've made it even more difficult for him because I've picked the bits of the schemes that I liked. Yeah. Like I've picked the 87 spec stickers on the front because they're white. In 88, Rudy changed them stickers to red to match everything else, and I don't like them. So I picked the 87 Eggenberger stickers on the front, but the front bumper's going to actually be done, and the rest of the car's done in the later 88 spec stickers, which are, for the anoraks, there's a couple of changes. So, yeah, I picked what I thought looks nice. Like the sun strips, there's that many different sun strips, but again, I picked the one that I like the best, so...
So it's having, what number did you decide to go on? 6.
We're having Steve Soper's number put on it just because I like Steve Soper.
You might talk him into having a go.
Well, I think there'll be a few people that would like to drive this. But there is somebody lined up to drive it anyway, some, shall we say, very, very well-known driver. So, yeah, but we are going to put all 4. I mean, there's a lot of drivers drove the Texaco cars in period. Basically, all the best drivers drove for Rudy at some point. But the 4 main drivers were Soper and Pierre Dudonné, who were teammates, and then Klaus Niedwitz and Klaus Ludwig. And Klaus Niedwitz is a personal friend of mine, so I like his name on the car. So we're going to have Ludwig and Niedwitz on one wing and Soper and Dudonné on the other. There's just a nod to them 4 drivers, really.
So that should be complete by end of the weekend, shouldn't it, really?
Bloody better be.
And then that leaves us next week to bearings are on the way. That should get top mounts finished.
All we've got is Monday, Tuesday.
Wednesday. Load up Thursday morning.
No, we drive down Thursday.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, got 2 days then.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah. So yeah,
Wednesday morning, load them all up Wednesday night, ready for an early start Thursday morning to drive down to NEC. So the next time we'll do a video at the NEC, won't we? So the car will be rolling then on its wheels. I'll have the seat and everything in it. The stickers will be finished. So I think it's a nice part to sort of finish with here, really, because nobody will get the full effect quite yet until it's till it's at the NEC.
So that kind of rounds up another week then.
It does, yeah.
So yeah, next week will be a short week. We'll probably do some filming whilst we're at the show.
I'm sure we will, yeah.
See if we can find
Steve signing autographs.
See if we can find any other exciting Fords.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
And then we'll be back in the workshop week after.
We will. Yeah.
So once again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, share it with your friends, all the rest of it that they normally say.
Give us loads of fantastic comments, but no negative ones, please, because he's easily offended.
And we'll see you again on the next one. Thanks very much.